Well, I'll skip the intro and go straight into it. Sony's E3 Conference. Well, it started off good with God of War. No, this is not God of War 4 or it's just God of War. Really, it was just basically like Tomb Raider with God of War. Got Kratos' son hunting, and then he's screwing up, and blah blah blah. Okay, God of War. Then they showed Horizon Zero Dawn. The game's actually pretty good looking. I have to give props for that. That'd be a game I'd want, but probably the only game I'd want for only a PS4. But then they finally gave this game a release date. I'm talking about The Last Guardian. October 23rd, 2016 is when this game finally is coming out. Now, this game has been put on the back burner for a very, very long time, if I'm not mistaken. I remember hearing this maybe the early to mid 2000s and still nothing about the game until now. It's just about time, actually. I thought at first they weren't going to have any exclusives this year, but changed that tone there. And of course they brought out the VR. Now, VR, I'm just not hyped about VR. It's just not there for me yet. That's just me. I mean, the technology, it's getting there. It's just not fully there. We'll see what happens in October when PlayStation VR gets announced. Price point is $399 for the VR. And, of course, Sony neglected to tell people that you needed the PlayStation Move, the little hand things, and the camera. So that's going to run you $400 plus. So be prepared for that. Unless you've already have it, then you're good to go. Then they showed off a new game called Days Gone, which was pretty wild. They ended up showing it twice. They showed it at the beginning, which is a trailer. Then they ended E3 with gameplay of like zombie orgies at the end, which is huge amounts of zombies, which is actually pretty cool. Then the VR pretty much, was in the mid part of that, showing off a couple of games. There were some interesting games, but it's just wasn't there. They showed Final Fantasy 15 in VR, and it looked pretty stupid. I'm sorry, I was not digging that. No, it's just, I was not feeling that. I don't know. There's some games that deserve first person, third person, whatever. Final Fantasy is one of those games where it just stays third person. And it just didn't fit the bill right for me. Then they showed off a Spider-Man game by Insomniac and, of course, Marvel. And that's going to be a PS4 exclusive. People were thinking, it's not going to be a PS4 exclusive, where if you were watching correctly, it said Spider-Man PS4, so clearly it's an exclusive. Now, it didn't really say it was exclusive. We'll just go ahead and say it's exclusive, just for saying that. And of course, they were showcasing Infinite Warfare. And no, I don't want this game. I'm sorry. Many of you do. It's just not the direction Call of Duty should have gone. It should have stayed out this realm. Now, the gameplay was pretty good. It was decent for finally showing gameplay. But it's just more of the same. Oh, I gotta grab a hook, I'll grapple you and rip off your air supply and kill you. Then they ended off with, they had a whole orchestra piece there, which was weird, It's just weird. I know they were doing it in LA, and I've actually been in there because I'm from California, so I've been in the Shrine Auditorium where Sony did their press conference, and I've been in there, and it is a nice area, especially for the type of venue they had. It was just underwhelming to me. Microsoft, when they started off with a new console, the Xbox One S, and then they ended the conference with Project Scorpio, and I'm going in chats and stuff. I'm watching it stream through Twitch and on YouTube because I have a little trouble with Twitch. And they were saying, "Oh, Xbox done." PS4 won that. And I think the two biggest things that Sony fucked up with this. First, they trolled everyone with the Crash Bandicoot. I thought, ooh, a new Crash Bandicoot. No, it's just a fucking remaster. Another remaster. It's 1, 2, and Turbo or Warped, whatever. They just trolled everyone. That was crap. And then they end their show without having anything to say about Neo. Where was it? You should at least talked about it. Nothing. So, there you go. E3 officially kicks off tomorrow. So, Be sure to stay tuned to E3 on Twitch and YouTube to watch that often more news.